by the end of these 15 minutes, your neck and shoulders are going to be feeling so great. Welcome back to Yoga with Jenna. Today, we're going to be focusing on opening up a bit through the shoulders, stretching and releasing tension out of the neck, which will be great if you've been sitting at a desk all day or if you've been sitting in your car for a long period of time. We're going to open up this area, leave you feeling ready to whatever it is you have for the rest of the day, feeling a little bit better, a little bit calmer. So let's go ahead and get started. For today, you're going to want at least one yoga block. So let's go ahead and get started in a seated position. So you can either cross your legs, you could sit up into a chair, you could sit up even onto a block if you'd like. If you're sitting on a block, you might choose to sit on your hips with your knees bent like this, or you can sit cross-legged. So we'll get started first by placing a hand to the belly, place the other hand up onto your chest, and then close down the eyes. We'll take 3 breaths together, just easing any tension out of the body. So let's breathe in, fill all the way up. And then take a big exhale, let it go. And then again, let's breathe in nice and slow. And exhale, let that empty out the lungs. One more time. Breathe in. And take a big sigh out the mouth. And start to relax your hands down. You can blink the eyes open. And then we'll start by first emphasizing that posture that we tend to get by the end of the day when we're tired and starting to feel like maybe a bit stressed. We're done. Rounding the spine, tuck the chin to the chest, and then we'll do the total opposite. Start to lengthen through the chest up, the head, tilt it back, squeeze your shoulder blades and breathe in. And then go back to that rounded spine as you breathe out. And we'll do that a couple more times. Breathing in, arching the back, letting the head drop back. Exhale to round, drop the chin to the chest. Let's do 2 more. Breathe in. And breathe out. Last time, inhale. And exhale. And then come back into the center. We'll take your arms wide as if you're about to give the biggest hug ever. And then cross your right arm under, your left arm over the top. Either take a hug of your shoulders, or if you're able to, fully wrap your arms so your palms come together, then go ahead and double wrap your hands together. Whichever you choose, I'm going to demo this one today. We're going to draw little circles with your elbows. So just draw some little circles in one direction. You can keep the eyes open or you can close the eyes, whatever feels best. Just opening up a bit, loosening out any tension from the shoulders from your day. Draw the circles the other way a couple of times. And I hope that you're having a great day, and if you're not, that this is the reset that you need. So let this be some time to disconnect from your technology, from the stress of your life, and just be on your mat and with your body. Slow that down, take the arms out to a wide open spread, and then the other way. Cross your right arm over the top, left arm under the bottom, and you could hold your shoulders, maybe double wrap till your palms come together, and then draw those little circles. Mobilizing through the shoulders, getting into the body, feeling any tight spaces, breathing space into them. Switch the circles the other way a couple times. And again, you can take these practices, these stretches right from your chair at work or at home. Slow those down, release the arms one more time, take a big wide spread. And then we'll keep your left arm out. Just relax your right hand down and drop your right ear over to the right. And then once you're there, you can play around with the angle of your left arm, maybe reaching it more down. You could try more up. You could rotate the palm to face behind you and up. Just accessing different parts of the neck as we adjust the arm in the air until you feel like, oh, that's the spot for me. Might be more down today, might be more out to the side. You choose. And then holding there a couple breaths. Close the eyes, reach your left fingers away from your body. Now staying with it on this side, turn your chin a little bit down towards your right collarbone. Still reaching through the fingers. You might again play around with that angle so you feel that sweet spot for you today. And last thing on this side, turn your chin now slightly up towards the sky. And you can play around with the angle again. So you find that spot. I like to reach the fingers towards the floor for this. And then do a little right and left with your jaw, moving it side to side. A lot of times, I know I hold a lot of stress in my jaw. I tend to clench throughout the day. It's just giving yourself that reminder to let that stress go out of the jaw and the mouth. One more breath. And then bring your head back up to the center. Take a couple of shoulder rolls back and a couple shoulder rolls forward before we get to that second side. And now take your left arm out to the left side. This time, your right arm out to the right side. This time we'll drop left ear over. Taking a couple breaths here. You can play around with the angle of the arm. You can play around with the rotation of which direction your palm is facing until you find that sweet spot for you today. And close the eyes. Take a few deep breaths, reaching your fingers away from your body. And staying on this side, turn your chin now slightly down towards your left collarbone. You can again play around with that angle of the right arm until you find the right spot for you. And I'm so glad you're taking this time out of your day to treat yourself to a little bit of release in the neck and the shoulders. So many people hold stress, tension, tightness there. So you're going to feel so good by the end of this. Now turn the chin slightly up. And you can play around with the angle of your right hand. I'm so used to mirroring in a public class. Reach the fingers away from your body. Do a little left, right with your jaw. One more deep breath. And then bring your head back up to the center. Place your hands on your legs. Do a couple shoulder rolls back. And do a couple shoulder rolls forward. So nice. Now let's go ahead, come up onto your hands and your knees. So you can move any props out of the way if you're in a seated position in your chair. You can also put your hands on the wall for downward facing dog. So tuck your toes, lift your knees off the ground, and just take a little pedal out through your feet. You could also take the tension out of the neck by rocking the head left and right. If you're taking this on a wall, you'll bring your feet down onto the floor and you'll press your hands into the wall. And then walk your hands back to your feet. Let's find a forward fold together. And then once you're there, interlace your hands at the back of your skull, cradling your head in your hands, tucking the chin to the chest, releasing again through the neck and the upper back. And taking all that tension out of your back, out of the neck. Take one more breath. And then release your hands down. Start to walk the hands up your legs, slowly coming up into a standing position. Turn the palms to face the front and take your feet wider than your outer hips. Maybe as wide as your mat, but if you're not using a yoga mat, that's fine. You can just take your feet a little bit wider than your outer hips. Let's clasp your hands together, interlace your fingers, and see if you can start to lock out your elbows. If you're having a hard time with this, really common when your shoulders are tight, you can take a strap, a belt, a dog leash between your hands and pull it apart instead of the interlace of your fingers. whichever you have. One option is just to stay here, feeling that opening across the chest. If you want to take this a bit deeper, you'll keep the knees bent and start to forward fold again. And try to take the hands up and over your head. Again, this always feels really great when you're holding a strap between your hands. So if you have one, go ahead and try that today. Again, turn your head no, turn your head yes. One more full breath. And then if you're in the forward fold variation, bring the hands slowly down, releasing the interlace. You can heel toe the feet a bit closer in, and then walk your hands back forward and come back down onto your knees. And now this is where we're going to use our yoga block in a moment, so keep that block nearby. Before we do our final neck stretch, I'm figuring if you've been sitting at your desk, you've probably been typing, so let's do one quick wrist release as a little bonus for today. So take your hands, this is one of my favorite things to teach. You'll take your hands, make them into fists with your thumbs on the outside, and then bend at your wrists, so these appear to be like little dinosaur heads. Somebody told me once the type of dinosaur this is, I can't remember now. But you'll take your dinosaur heads, make them kiss, and then you're going to keep your knuckles bracing in together, and then try to push the back of your hands away from you. Should feel deep stretch across the back of your wrists, your forearms. My arms clearly don't straighten. They kind of stay in this bent position, but what we're going for is not to straighten the arms. We're going for feeling and sensation of those wrists, releasing out tension. One more breath. And then go ahead, release, and give your hands a little shake. And now we'll get into our final neck stretch. So for our final neck stretch, we'll use this block right underneath your upper back. If you'd like more intensity, you'll take the block on its second height. If you'd like less, you'll take it onto its lowest setting. So I'm going to show this variation, but if at any point you're like, that's way too intense for me today, just turn the block down a height. You'll still feel a great stretch no matter which variation you choose. So you'll take that block right underneath the bottom tips of your shoulder blades. The chin will stay tucked into the chest. Just wiggle around till you feel like the block is in the right spot for you. And then interlace your fingers behind your head. Tuck the chin to the chest and just give your head a gentle rocket to the left, rock to the right. And see how that feels to let the weight of your head be supported by your hands. Keep the elbows drawing in towards your temples. And then slow down that rocking side to side. And now let the head start to drop back into your hands, opening up through your T-spine. And then broaden the elbows away from your face. Take a breath in, and then use your hands to guide the chin back up and into the chest. Close the elbows back in like a book around your head. Breathe in, again, let the head drop back. Broaden the elbows wide. And exhale, lift up, hug the elbows in. And just take about 3 more like that. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathe in and exhale. Let's do one more time. Breathe in and slow breath out. We'll keep one of your hands supporting your head. Take your other arm down. Use that arm to guide yourself off the block. You can move it out of the way. And then push your hands down behind you to come up to a seated position. And just for a moment, lean into your hands. Do a little windshield wiper of the knees, side to side. Notice how you're feeling after all that work we just did. No, it doesn't take much to improve the quality of how you're feeling, your mindset. In just 15 minutes, you can really change like a reset button how your day is going. And then we'll come back up to seated. And thank you so much for taking these 15 minutes out of your busy day with me. I hope that you're feeling so much better after all this little bit of neck and shoulder stretches we just did. Make sure you comment down below. Let me know, how did this feel? What was your favorite posture today? Let me know what else you'd like to see from the channel, and make sure that you like and subscribe so that way you never miss an upload or an opportunity to feel better with me. Thank you again so much, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Namaste.